Welcome to the video. In this game, Diana plays a monster 1 vs 5 and plays the game nearly perfectly. She ends the game with an insane KDA, so this video is going to be teaching you how you can replicate what she's been doing in her games. Generally, players path to the easiest lane to gank or towards a strong side to secure a crab, but in this case, I think Diana's actually playing for her clear, which you will see as the VOD progresses. So while Diana's clearing the buff here, you can see she's kiting it towards the Krugs. She's going to be looking to level up E second, and we can see in the bottom lane that the enemy has shown, so this is confirming that Lee Sin started topside, and you can see the ping from the Diana right there, and she's started tracking the jungle. So there it is, QE over the wall. She still has a second charge, which she's going to hold for that second Q, I think. Yep, so absolutely maximizing the passive attack speed here with the clear, and always making sure that the passive is used efficiently so you're not wasting auto attacks. You know, this is like a min-max clear right here. So while she's walking between her camps, she'll be looking at her lanes, looking for ganks. Here we see EQ connection. It's a combo on Diana you do need to be aware of. And here you can see she's not actually kiting raptors, because it actually makes the clear less efficient, because the 3-hit passive won't be hitting all the baby raptors. Again, while clearing, looking for ganks, but as always, standard procedure, ignoring the babies, just letting the passive do the work and maximizing the attack speed. You can see letting that burn finish off the wolves. There's no need to waste an auto there. We just go hit that blue buff straight away. And of course, she's going to be looking for maximum efficiency, so she cues this perfectly, lines them up so passive hits both, and this clear is being absolutely maximized here. So you can see this is probably going to be a 315 clear, leashless with smite still up. Though she is very low HP, and looking at our lanes, bot lane has no prio, we know Lee Sin's bot side, I would not say walking into this crab is a good idea. You never want to be looking for these 1v1s. You need to respect your prio in your games. Because if you don't, this is what's going to happen. Maybe you can get away with it some games in lower elos, but the higher you go, the more important respecting prio becomes. So of course, Diana didn't respect priority in lanes there. So she dies for that, and the fight goes poorly. But back to respawn, back to top side. Top crab is still up, and you can see looking for a gank here. I don't think this ever works though, because Akali has all her abilities and she's very slippery. Like, there's no way for them to really kill Akali through her shroud and her E. It only ever works if those abilities are down. So you can see Lee Sin's still ganking bot lane, so we're looking for the counter jungle here instead of the crab, because we can take jungle and then crab. Just to be maximizing our time, so we're not walking back and forth between places. Just need to be aware of no priority top lane and how Silas just went missing. And he just placed the ward there, so this is kind of the cue to get the hell out of here. So we don't have priority anywhere. Just take the crab and go back to farming. Because Lee Sin's gonna return here soon enough. There he is on the map, if you just saw. Here, Diana's farming her raptors instead of just going to her Krugs. Likely because she's thinking about counter-ganking mid lane, because Ryze is pushing that lane up. She's about to look for Krugs there, but yeah, as you can see here, they're both quite low. We know Lee Sin's on the top side with no camps to farm, so realistically, what's he gonna do? Either he's gonna gank this or go to his raptors, right? And with Ryze being this far up and low, it's a prime gank opportunity for Lee Sin and a prime counter gank opportunity for Diana, because they have the health advantage. So Ryze is protected by that ward there, so we're back to farming, because he should be able to just leave if Lee Sin walks over there. And here we need to be thinking about bot lane counter gank, because Lee Sin is on the bottom side of the map. And if we currently look at the items for the bottom lane, it does look like our bot lane's stronger, because Varus has Dirk compared to Ezreal's Sheen. But also they're pushing in the wave, so we have a wave to play with as well if Lee Sin tries to gank. So you see Diana took her Gromp there, and now she's hovering down in the bottom brush, looking for a counter gank here in case Lee Sin shows. Or just looking for a gank herself because Nautilus can set it up quite well. And the wave is pushed in, so it's nice to look for a lane gank here. But as you can see, either they're expecting it or just respecting it. So it might not happen, but actually they are staying. So it might work. Or they're being baited by Lee Sin. You never know. So always essential QE on Diana. Looks like a nice pickup here. Should be a good fight. They have way more health. And yeah, it just made no sense for Lee Sin to go in there. Because that fight was over. Bit of a Lee syndrome kicking in there. Going for Q. Here, I don't think there's any dive to threaten here. Ezreal with his E, he'd be able to outplay them under tower because they are quite low, the bot lane. So back to base, there's no camps to farm here. If Diana would have went for Krugs there, she would have been risking dying to Ezreal and Karma. So back to our top side where we do have camps, and looking for a gank as we're moving as well, as always. So looking at top lane, that wave is very heavy, Akali favored. And Set does want to farm that up, so it's just not gonna be a gank. She could outplay with a wave that big, and it would be a bit of a waste to gank there, because if Set doesn't farm those minions and there's no kill, it wouldn't work very well. So just farming. Looking at our lanes as we move as well. Diana is level 6, does have ulti. Here's Lee Sin. He is also level 6, but Sylas has first move. So don't want to really risk anything here, but Set is on the way, so we can look for a good fight here. But we just saw Karma's on her way, so they might not look for this unless they can find a quick one-shot. Or if Diana finds a nice numbers ulti. Let's just see how they're going to play this here. We can see Nautilus is on the way, so Diana just missed her ulti there. Of course, she probably thought she had her E queued up, ready to go. She was in range, but of course didn't work out like that. So like in Challenger, this stuff happens, guys. You can see Karma, for some reason, walking in here for fun. It really makes no sense at all. Secure that crab. Secure that Karma flash. Might pay a visit to her later on when ulti's back up again. But yeah, nothing to really do on the map. Back to farming. That's how you want to be looking at things. And just constantly keep looking at your lanes, thinking about if there's a gank anywhere. So you can see always maximizing that clear efficiency as well, always taking blue Gromp. Do we have enough gold for a base? Do we have an item to buy? You need to be thinking when you have no camps, is there a gank? Here you can see she's looking for mid lane. Maybe she thinks Ryze is going to get dove. Or she just read this from Sylas completely because he had her ulti. And this was an absolutely insane read from the Diana here. Really good read here. This is going to open up the Herald and potentially a top play. Although, seeing how Ryze wants to stay mid, I'd be looking to help him push the wave in. But we actually just saw Lee recall on the tri-bush, so he's actually safe from Lee Sin. So he's safe to take... Dennis stays safe to take this Herald. And unfortunately, Ryze got picked off by that ulti. But like, we're safe to take this because Lee Sin's bot side recalling. Sylas is TPing, but they don't have time to come here on and force Diana off because top lane's quite even in terms of prio, and no one else is around really. Diana just clears insanely fast. So you can see not forcing any plays. Is top lane a gank? Probably not, because Akali's W Shroud and E dash is quite hard to deal with. So back to farming. Took the Krugs, and of course it's going to be a full item buy here. You can see gold being spent here, and a rocket belt pickup from the Diana. The reason would be because Karma has move speed. She can move the whole team quickly. Ezreal can dash. Sylas can also dash. Lee Sin mobility. They're very mobile basically, so the rocket belt will help get on them. But here you can see she's going back to the top side, looking for turning that tower dive around from Lee. You can see neutralizing that lead they just gained in top by finding that Sylas who's used all his abilities. You can see Rise is here as well, Nautilus is here as well, really nice fight. And I'd say they're going to look for a Herald break here because they just killed 2 people and Rise is here already and they've got a wave coming in. So instant summon. I'm not a fan of instant summon Heralds because the tower does get tankier as it loses plates. So it's most efficient to actually crash when you've taken like the first 2 plates. Just to be 100% sure you'll get the tower, but 2 people here are dead anyway, and if Lee Sin shows, they could just dive, so it's really not too big of a deal in this scenario with Diana's tower taking ability. I'm looking for a recall here again. I assume this is for Sorks, Sorcerer Shoes, because, you know, why stay here to walk all the way to Raptors? You know, is it really gonna give her a better buy? Not really. She had 1k gold, I think it was, and you can see big buy there, Amp Tome and Sorcerer's Shoes. So once you've actually got a lead, a gold lead, you need to be spending that gold to actually have that lead for fights. You can see Lee Sin started up the dragon, and I don't think the enemy, Diana's team can really do anything about it. They don't have prio in lanes, enemies already gathered there, and Rise was in base with no TP. So no need to actually force anything. And here, must be looking for a counter gank because Lee Sin is around. And yep, clearing all the vision here. Might be looking for a gank of her own with ulti though. Okay, Lee Sin Silas showing up. Respect it instantly. Instant flash. Don't be greeting your summoners, especially when you have a bounty on your head. Because if you're greeting these summoners, you might die and lose your summoner if you're trying to flash last second. Here you can see in a really nice position, looking for a lane gank or potential counter gank. Diana has her ulti, so if they can CC that Karma, she should be a really quick one-shot. And you can see there Varus also his ulti has his ulti, so they could really layer CC on. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything's gonna happen. Finishes off the recall. Back to our top side where our camps are. Always making sure we're farming or ganking or we're just not wasting time. You can see this player does not mess around, does not waste time. Uses those 2 charges of smite when they need to. Is around for the plays. You can see how they are building up a lead like this. So just standard clearing. And you can see in this mid lane, Silas is quite far up. Diana has ulti. With Rise, with that big damage, this could definitely be a gank. And they can definitely turn this around against the Karma and Silas. Really nice there. Might find the Karma as well. She flashes. Almost works. Almost finds a double kill. Found the kills. Made the play. Ulti's down. Nothing else to do. Back to farming. It's really that simple. Lee Sin showing mid. Are they trying to look for a dive here with the Nautilus? Or maybe they're looking to prevent a play. Lee Sin making them fancy flashy plays. This is a nice trade though, 2 for 1. And Varus is able to get bot lane tower while Ezreal's defending that mid. He's denying them minions currently. He's getting TP'd on though. Nautilus and Diana might want to move to protect him. Takes the tower. And it does look like this Varus just is dead, so there's just no point walking towards him anymore. Keep on farming, don't be wasting time. Standard procedure. Akali walking up with no ulti, no shroud. Need to be punishing these mistakes from the enemies. And just look how fed Diana is getting now already. 513, 500 gold bounty, ahead in CS, more KP. She's really starting to pop off. And 10 stacks on that Dark Seal. This is going to be a scary Diana. And you know, back to standard procedure after those plays. Keep clearing, don't be wasting time. No plays, just farm. No camps to farm, no plays, no hovers, nothing to do. Back to base, spend that absolute huge amount of gold Diana has found for herself. And back to standard procedure as always. If it looks like a fight's gonna break out, skip those camps, go look with your teammates. Rise looks like he wants to push in top lane. We can look for a Herald. We've got Prio. Maybe we can even look for counter jungle or 2v2 top and jungle. Because we are fed. Rise is strong. Akali's not very strong at all. Same with Lee Sin. We have more items. We can win those 2v2s. You can see standard Herald secure. And Dragon is going to be spawning soon, so going to be pathing down towards there. Looking for a pick if we can find one. Clearing our camps on the way down towards there, since we do have a little bit of time. And looks like everyone wants to start grouping mid. You know, these teams are fighting for prio for the Dragon. Might even look to summon the Herald here to have that Dragon 100% secured. Because the enemy team does have 2 Dragons. And if they get onto that 3rd one and then onto Soul, it could be a little bit problematic. But really, it doesn't matter all that much when they have nearly 4k gold lead as a team. So Herald does come out. And it's going to be a game of looking for those 2-man, 3-man ultis with Zhonya's. Following up Nautilus if he has a really nice hook. Here you can see threatening engages, QE. Not overplaying though, not going into 5 people alone. And here you can see they find a little pick there on the Akali. I think they're just going to go look for the Dragon secure with that health advantage they found there. Really no reason to be afraid of the Lee Sin. He's quite weak compared to us. And being this far ahead, we actually are happy taking the 5v5. We can see just being a bit safe there. Smite secure, always important when they're looking. And here we go. Here comes a big fight. 2-man ulti. Combos down. Keep smacking them with autos. Wait for those cooldowns. There's no need to Zhonya's if there's no danger to you. Here you can see Ryze ulting in. Looks like they were looking for the Sylas. They do find it. Diana's looking for the priority targets. QE. Second E. Popping Akali. Very good awareness from Diana there in the fight. Executing those low health targets, and Ryze just cleans that one up. 5 for 4. Secured the Dragon. Huge lead on the red team. 4k and growing. Really nicely played by Diana there. Really well executed. Like played damn near to perfection, if not to perfection. And you can really see how everything comes together. The efficient clearing, the 315 camps, finding those plays, getting that lead, and then carrying those fights as Diana. Really well played from a mechanical standpoint as well. So if you can consistently do this in your own games as well, you'll be on your way to climbing, because this player is like top 100 challenger in Korea. Top 10 challenger actually in Korea. Anyway, we can see standard procedure has been going on, clearing those camps when there's no play. And you can see everyone's postured around this Baron here, around this mid lane. These teams want to fight. These teams want to look for picks. These teams want to look for that Baron. So need to be careful there, not to be walking into 4 people. Akali going in. She's weak. We're strong. She can just pop her like this. Like, what is Akali doing here? You've got to realize when you're strong and when you can win these 1v1s. So that's a 5v4 situation created now for the red team, for Diana. So they can just look for a fight here. Force the enemy off Baron if they were trying. And maybe even potentially try start it up themselves. Because they are quite far ahead now at this stage. And you've got to be able to identify this in your own games as well. So looking for the Baron. Maybe they'll turn if the enemy tries to steal. But I really don't think they can. 5v4 versus how fed this Diana Ryze are. Ezreal ulti is coming in. Need to smite secure. Really nice. 5v4. We can look for this fight. Huge chunk there on the Sylas. Really nice follow-up from Diana. Instantly sees it. And here we go. 5 versus 2. Absolutely amazing situation here. Akali does TP in. And Diana is a little bit out of position now. The team is struggling to find an entry there. Happens. The fight should still be good though, because everyone is ahead. Because of how well Diana has been playing. Really nice 2 pickups there. Looking for more, and this should allow them to open up the base a little, unless they look for recalls and then open up the base. We can see really well played from Diana there. Again, knows what targets to focus, understands how the team fight is playing out, and understands that they have a lead and they want to fight. Fight going on here. Drops that blue buff. Nice pickup there. And not over chasing there. Are we realistically catching that target? If the answer is no, then why are we chasing? Looking for the hover on Varus here. Lee Sin did look for that kick. Might be able to find something here with the ulti and the flash. QE on the minions, E on Karma. Fail flash by Karma. Really funny top 10 challenger things. And you can see really pushing this lead without inting it away. Playing with teammates, understanding we're ahead, taking good situations. And now that's going to lead into the inhibitor, into this second dragon. And then this game should be very won at this stage, realistically speaking. Nearly have a 10k gold lead. Diana's absolutely huge, absolutely smurfing all of these fights. Knows her angles on these Qs. Has good timing on her EQs. Holds her second E for more follow-up. Understands exactly how to play the game. And you can see here, not farming camps AFK in our top side. Trying to apply some pressure on the map here. Get this wave in, get this denied. Make someone rotate here so we can have, like, while we have pressure mid lane, we'll be able to find a numbers advantage fight. And here, looking for a pick again. Finds two, has ulti. Might be a little bit over eager, but the team is around. We have Zanya's, and here comes Ryze ulti. The whole team's following up. And this is all calculated, guys. Kills off the priority target, and that realistically should be game. They just found 2 kills. With Baron, I think it actually just expired. But with these super minions, I think they can push the end of the game. And you can see, absolutely phenomenal game by Diana here. Understands limits, understands numbers, understands when they have a lead. Understands who to focus in fights, and understands how to actually build that lead in the first place with the efficient clearing and everything. And you can see, focusing that tower, letting the teammates fight. You know, enemy, and it's just doomed for an enemy. It's like 5v2, 5v3. You can see really nice game end here for the Diana. Really nice performance there in this game. Top 10 Korea. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, do leave me a like and sub. And if you want coaching, description, details, it's all in there. I hope to see you again.